Saturday morning. Just jumped on Zwift and we are warming up before we go to the track. I'm just riding here with one of the robo pacers, not sure which one it is, and I'm being dropped as we speak. Not sure what level it was. I just clicked on the first one that I saw. So yeah, today is track session, and this is the first video of a block of two, so Saturday and Sunday will be included in this video. And today, like I said, track session. I believe we're doing 800 metres reps, and then tomorrow will be a longish run. Tomorrow will be a long ride, a couple of hours. Long for me, but not long for many other people, I guess, who do long rides of like 4, 5, 6 hours. But comparison is the thief of joy. So that's the plan for the weekend. Mrs. C's already up and out. She's meeting one of our teammates, Tracy, to go and do the long run this morning, and then we're going to meet up at the track where she'll finish off a run, and then we'll go for coffee. Bless her, this week she's got still full of cold, so she's not done much training at all. I think this is the first run she's done all week, which isn't ideal for a marathon training, but it is what it is. If you're not feeling it, you're best off not doing it. So hopefully she has a good run, and this head cold that we've both got at the moment just shifts, because it's been hanging around me now for a fortnight, and I'm getting a little bit sick of it, to be fair. So anyway, we're going to get on with this warm up, and then we're going to get off up to the track. Hope you're having a great weekend. The weather looks okay. It's trying to come out sunny. Temperatures have dropped. Starting to get a bit chillier now, but we are nearly at the end of September, so what do we expect? So we shall see you, as always, on the other side.
Or if you want, Chris. I don't want you to be stood around doing nothing, waiting for the
Right, we're here at the track, and we've just done our first couple of warm-up laps and our dynamic stretching, and we're now going to do one more lap, which is 400 metres jog to race pace, and then we're starting with 5 to 6, 800 metres at 5k pace with a 200 metre walk recovery, and then we've got 400 metres cool down. So we're going to get on with that. The others have gone, left me down the track, so we shall see you on the other side. Right, that is the set done. I did 5 reps in the end. Well done, Kate. And built it up slowly, so I started off at 4:30 pace and built it up, and then the last one was 4 pace, which once I got into it, it felt quite comfortable, to be honest. It's just I know if I go off too quick, if I started the 800s at that, then there's something's going to pull. And it's funny, we've just had a conversation. Steve, he was racing last weekend at Woodall Spa Triathlon, and he did really, really well. He come first in his age group, and he was just saying that his hamstring was painful then, and he's had some physio and it's still painful now, and he's going to do another rep, and I just said don't do it. So he's actually listened to me and he's took my advice, and he's just jogging round now. So well done, Chris, well done, ladies. Mrs. C and Tracy are back down the track now. They've made it. I'm not sure how long they've done, but they're killing it. So yeah, so he's listened to me, and he's just having an ease out, and then he's going to stretch it. So good session, that. Really enjoyed it. one more session of the week to go tomorrow, which will be a long easy bike, zone 2, and then that'll be it. That'll be the first week of winter training done, and we'll have a bit of a reflection on it. So thank you for tuning in once more. I hope these give you a little bit of an insight, and you like these. We are getting more and more viewers as we go along. It's taking time, but that's the way it goes. I do these videos because they're good fun, and hopefully, like I said, a little bit of insight and information and hints and tips sometimes can go a long way. So that's it. I'm going to go and do some stretching now, jog back in, do some stretching, and then we're off for coffee. Don't forget to give our podcast a listen. Plenty on there to choose from. Really knowledgeable athletes with loads of hints and tips. If you're into multi-sport, really worth your while listening to these guys, because they know what they're talking about, running and racing at probably the highest amateur level you can get, to be fair. So yeah, so give them a listen, and yeah, please do subscribe, like, and any comments, drop me in the box below, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to stay safe, keep training, and love the process. Well, it's Sunday and it's wetter than an otter's pocket outside, so that means Zwift. Welcome back to the Agegroup Multisport Podcast YouTube channel with me, Richard. Yes, Sunday morning, and I was going to go out on the bike for an hour and a half or 2 hours, do a zone 2 long ride, but that's been kiboshed. I've already been wet once when I took Betty out, so I'm not going out again and getting wet again. So I'm going to jump on Zwift and watch the World Road Race over in Rwanda while I'm on there for an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I'll see how I feel. Still feel all a bit congested and a bit bunged up, so not great, but we'll at least do an hour, and yeah, we'll take it from there. And then I want to do a bit of a review of the week to see, just a recap on what was done, what I'd do different, what went well, and how I think this winter training plan is going to pan out. So yeah, so that's the plan. We're going to jump on Zwift now, so we shall see you on the other side. So while I'm finishing off on the bike, I just thought I would have a reflection on how the week's gone so far. First week of the winter training plan that I've put together. And just looking at Garmin over the last 7 days. So I'm going to break it down into swim, bike and run. So 2 swims. First one was on Monday, and that was just a flat out continuous swim, easy pace, looking at technique. The second swim was on Thursday, and that was put a few efforts in, bit of speed work, but again mainly looking at pace. And I've proved by wearing the form goggles that shows me the pace that I can actually reach. I've proved that I can actually reach 140 pace when everything comes together. So it's just about sustaining that. Now at the moment I can only do that for about 50 metres because I just haven't got the endurance in the pool to do much longer. But I'm hoping that'll increase, and even if we don't sustain 140, you know, we can get below the 2 minutes that I'm already at. So that was a positive. So that was the 2 swims. And then we move on to the bike. So I did 4 rides this week. And one of those was just a warm-up ride on Saturday. So the first one was Monday, and that was a HIIT session, 30 minutes at on Zwift, using the Athletica AI program that I was part of a couple of years ago now, that I could download sessions from onto Zwift, and I've kept them ever since, so I just jump on those every now and then. So the first one was a HIIT session of 4 efforts, 90 seconds at 245 watts. Total time was 30 minutes. So not very long, quite intense. That was well above my FTP pace. Second ride, I was mixing it up, and I went out on the mountain bike. The weather was good, and decided to do some hill repeats. Want to keep getting out on the mountain bike because I hopefully plan to do a race at the end of the year that I did last year at Sherwood Pines. So got to keep my finger in there. So yeah, I was out for about an hour, flat ride out to the hill along a disused railway. And then 5 hill repeats. It's pretty steep, but not very long. I think it's probably about 1,500 metres. So I did that 5 times, then rode home. So that was a good session. Really enjoyed being out on the mountain bike, and I think that's what it's all about when you're trying to mix training up. It's about enjoying yourself as well as putting the work in. So that was the second ride. The third ride was just a 15-minute warm-up on Saturday before track. Literally spinning the legs to hopefully steer off any injuries that possibly could occur on the track. I've been doing this now for must be over a year, where Saturday morning track session comes round and I jump on the bike for 15 minutes and get those legs turning. So that was the third ride, and then the fourth ride was today. An hour and a half Zwift at zone 2 pace, 125 watts. So those were the rides. And then on to the run, 4 runs, and it was a bit of a strange one this, because the first run was 8 kilometres broken down into 1 kilometre efforts at about 4:30 pace, and that was part of the High Rocks session that I did on Tuesday, which was really good. Really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to keep doing those and seeing how I can progress, because I do think it's going to help. So that incorporated the strength session as well, so 2 strength sessions. The second run was Thursday, where again I was focusing in on High Rocks sled push, integrating it with 500 metres of treadmill running, and that worked well. So sled push is one of my weakest stations on High Rocks, because I'm only 57 kilograms, and I can't really push much weight at the moment. So but I did get told that the cart that I'm pushing on full, I guess when it's got the brake on full, it's 90 kilograms. So that was quite reassuring, because I did quite well on that. So that was the second run. It was about 2k in the end, with the sled pull in and then some strength on the end of that. And then the third run was obviously the track on Saturday, where we were doing 800 metre efforts. And again, that was measured, because the track's where people pull stuff, and I'm one of those people who do tend to, if I have an issue, it'll go on the track. So I've learned over the last year or so, after getting back from injury and not wanting to injure myself again, that although the set might be set at 800 metres race pace, I'll build into that. So on Saturday I built into it by going at 4:45 pace for the first one, and then finished up around about 4 per kilometre for the last one. and it seems to be working because your body's well warmed up then for your full effort. So those were the 3 runs, and added to that, I did have 3 saunas every time I was at the leisure centre, swimming or high rocks session, strength session, and running. I went in the sauna at the end of it, which, if you haven't seen the video on the 5 benefits of sauna, have a look at that. It's well worth a watch, and it'll make you get in there. And one thing it helps is recovery, so definitely worth doing if you've got it available to you. And then finally, there was a couple of sessions of yoga put in throughout the week, which I like to do first thing in the morning just to get me moving. And I found that really helpful after Tuesday's session of the High Rocks, where I really had severe DOMS on Wednesday when I woke up. So I jumped straight into some yoga and stretched out, and I did the same on Thursday. So that was good. So that was the session. That was the first week of winter training. I think it's got quite a bit of variety on all different elements of triathlon. So I'll be taking that forward and see how I progress. It's got the ability to progress in it with all the elements. So, swim, bike and run, you can watch your progression. You can also watch your progression on the high rock stations by increasing either the volume or the weight. So yeah, happy with that. That's it, done. Long bike finished, an hour and a half, as I said I was going to do. It was a bit tough because I haven't been on the bike for that long, to be honest, especially indoors on Zwift. Been primarily riding outside over the summer, and yeah, so to jump back on and do it, I'm fortunate that I had the cycling to keep me entertained, so that was good. So yeah, that was the reflection on the week as well. Let me know in the comments below if you'd make any changes, or you could advise me on doing something different, or what you would add in or take out. Always open to suggestions and ideas. So yeah, and thank you for watching. I hope you've had a good weekend, and we shall see you next time. Don't forget, stay safe, keep training, and love the process.